Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see your faces. It's been a hot minute. We all been separated doing our things, checking out some areas. Man, do we got a doozy for you all. I am excited to tell you that I am sitting on some footage. It's going to be a shocker for everyone. But before y'all see this footage, I think some of y'all seen what I captured that night. Mm-hmm. Pretty shocking, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it, and we seen little ones going on. And what I'm talking about is a portal. So everyone out there, how you doing? Sorry I got started right away, but I did give a heads up. A portal.
Damn.
MT Paranormal. When that was taking place, what was my reaction?
Well, I'm going to have to do a lot of editing in my video. There's let's just say a lot of F-bombs. You were going off the deep end, man. It was crazy.
I mean, just when you see that, when you see something like that, Foreman, I mean, and it was going, wow.
Yep.
I was just dumbfounded. I thought maybe MT was going to be sucked up into something. I didn't know.
You're just filming, waiting to see what happened.
I mean, my reaction was like, holy beep, mother beep, what the beep?
Yeah, and here I had my boots and socks off going into the running stream because I wanted to cleanse because things were getting pretty intense, and I wanted to make sure that nothing was going to start messing with me. So I did the old stream cleansing, and I was filming that. And right when I did it, that's when that portal opened up. And the whole time you're doing that, I'm just like, boy, I guess hopefully this is good timing on this because you're seeing a portal open up above me right when I was doing this.
Yep. And I'm telling you, no moon. So, I mean, you kind of have to take our word for it, man. And this is what sucks. There was no moon. It was dark. And he was standing maybe 10 yards in front of me, less than 10 yards.
Yeah.
In front of me in the river with his feet in the river, shoes, socks off, standing in that running water. Bam. Yep.
Yeah, you sent us a video. I've never seen anything like that. I haven't even heard anyone tell a story of anything like that.
Yeah,
I had no idea what that was.
Yeah, that was on thermal, right?
Yeah, you guys got it on thermal.
You were using your thermal, and it was a heat. It opened up, and it was in a heat signature. It was in the hot signature of it.
I never seen nothing max out in my life, so it had to be the hottest thing ever. Like that heat temperature said max, full max.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was never seen. I mean, you could put that thing on a car engine and it'll tell you how hot it is. The place is just, I mean, it didn't want us to leave. I can tell you that with what I got on. It wanted us. There was things that shooting past Mike that were like balls of light that would just come out and go shoo, right past him. And like I was stopping the footage and showing him, like It was amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen you do that before. Stop in the middle of what we were doing to show me film, and you did it like 5 times that night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever it was dodging me. It was like I was turned one way, and like especially just like, for example, that one flashing like gold. It looked like it was gold to me, like a gold light. When I was facing the right, it looks like it zoomed right past my left side while I was facing the opposite way. Then that thing was floating, that it looked like some kind of an orb, lightish, smoky-ish color, and it was moving around me, and it was like sitting behind me. And it was one of the strangest but coolest things because you were looking right at it, and it was just sitting there. But it seemed like it was just avoiding me, like it was avoiding me seeing it.
It was avoiding the cameras.
Except that time you were looking right at it, and it was just there, hovering
Yeah.
right behind me.
No, I'm telling you, I don't know if we ran into some crazy,
Well, you know, you were saying that
poltergeist,
you were
something.
saying it was say you were getting some messages about not leaving, about
Yeah.
wanting us to stay. Well, you know, like I mentioned, Ramona kind of gave me some insight about going back there, and then I talked to her a little bit afterwards, and she said that she felt that something was wanting some kind of help and wanted us to stay. So I think that's what we, you know, maybe we ran into some kind of energy of spirit or something that wanted us to help. And I'm still going over my video, and I've got messages that kind of correspond to that. Something really amazing I didn't get to tell Ramona because I just got to hear it was there's a message that said Ramona, a friend, through the necrometer. So I wondered if whoever's there knew Ramona or if it was just kind of acknowledging that she's our friend.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. Sorry, we're jumping right into this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I've looked at the video about 200 times. It definitely wanted us to stay. It wanted us to stay. It was trying to tell us to go back because I heard a message on there say, go back, like turn around and keep going. And I think that's right when we seen that flash and I stopped the video to show you.
Yeah.
As soon as I turned the camera back on, it said, go back. Like it was trying to tell us. Remember when I went, that was like, there it is on a trail. And I started like taking off after it and I filmed it and I got that black mass that like walked into the tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the feeling I was getting. And I kept saying that too, because it felt mostly like whatever it was didn't want us to go any further than we were. And that was the feeling I was getting. It was very active with getting our attention constantly, and we kept stopping. And our lights were, I don't think we've experienced such a drain like we had that night. I mean, everything went dead real fast. All my lights, that portal that you captured, like just drained your thermal.
Yep, drained the thermal.
Your flashlight.
Yep, flashlight and battery pack. Bam, right after that portal.
Yeah, it was crazy. Just when you thought, you know, like we were all talking about how the activity we had there was something that was pretty amazing and didn't think it could get any better. And then we go back.
Yeah.
Have a totally different experience, like something never had before.
Yep. And I'm not going to post this footage until we go back. Because it didn't want us to stop filming.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say. I don't know if it's...
Where is this like claim 1, claim 2, claim 3?
It's got Cuyahoga.
Oh, this is the National Forest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same area. Was it the same area as where we had those howls, those calls?
Yeah.
Yeah. We spread out quite a bit further, but we were pretty close to that when it happened.
Yep.
That place is just wicked. That place is weird, wicked in there.
Is that the place you guys took me?
Yeah, that's where the four of us went.
Yeah. That was definitely I don't know, like a unique spot.
Yeah, I honestly think once this footage goes up, I'm not even going to say portal on it because once someone looks at this film and gets what this is, they're going to pull it. It's that good of footage. It's not grainy. It's not I mean, it's there. Y'all seen it.
Yeah.
you see it come in and go down
Yep.
to this little tiny speck, and then wham.
Yep. That was really something to see. When I saw that thermal, I was like, wasn't sure what to expect. And then when I saw it, I was like, holy crap. I'm like, if anything looks like that, what we thought something like a portal would look like, that sure looks like it.
Yeah. I don't know what
How
else
big
to
was
call
it?
it. On
How
the
big was
thermal, it looked big.
Yeah.
On the thermal, it looked like, I mean, you couldn't see it with your eyes. Could not see it with your eyes. I mean, I looked, and I even pointed my finger on the thermal, like right there, you know, just in case. And it like kind of almost looked like it took over the whole screen. But couldn't see it with your own eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looked like a little sun. Like a little sun that just went whoop, opened up.
Yep.
And then like came back down again and opened back up.
Yeah, it got to like really small, and then just grew, went down, and grew bigger, and that's when all my stuff died.
So
Yeah, I got so many messages, man. I still haven't really got through the end of them to go over all the video that I captured. So, but I got a lot of messages and some EVPs that I picked up. It's a lot of things. The show.
Yeah, I got a lot of EVPs. Like
can I
it was
ask you
trying to
guys,
reach
has there
out there
been
from
any
me.
like after effect? Like anything follow you or any weird dreams or anything?
I've been not feeling that great since that night, but I don't know.
I was like Jack and I both said that I think there was something to maybe even having a zapping effect because when we left, it felt like we were just drained.
Yeah,
But I tell you what, putting my feet in that water and doing that cleansing really felt really good. It did. It really felt good, and I'm glad I did it.
How cold
Yeah.
is that water?
It was pretty cold, but it felt
Does that
really
wake
good.
you up?
Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
really good though.
Grimmer says they know you wouldn't hurt them. They have accepted you. You have been marked. Oh, I believe we have been marked a long time ago.
Yep.
Long time ago.
Yep.
Yeah, this was something different. This was an interaction that if it was something that maybe we've had happen before, not to this level. This was like extreme energy that was getting our attention. It
Wow.
was lights, orbs, those
Light
little,
rods.
those light rods that you know that we've captured before, even that, and that like orb floating behind me. Wow. I mean, when I got to actually see your shots of that night and I saw that, I was like, wow. I'm like, it's just this oddly it was just like a weird pear shape. I mean, it was, it's distorted, but mostly round. And it's just hovering right behind me. And it's just, and this was like for seconds. You were able to actually see it there for seconds and see it move.
Yep.
And then it zoomed off. That was,
Yeah, the big spark of light that shot past you.
yep.
That came in.
Yeah, it's kind of freaking me out too, because everything kept going by me and around me, and you were seeing it. I felt like I was some kind of like research assignment.
Yeah, like
or
it was
something.
checking you out.
Yeah, I'm just standing there like, all right, you still see it? Is it still there?
Yeah, you had them going in your head. I mean, orbs were going into him. I was watching them. Just you could see him on camera coming out.
This is
I
what
was
made
like,
me go into
wow.
the water, man. That's what made me go into the water. After seeing all that, I'm like, I better do a safety cleanse in the river. Just to
Yeah,
make
you said
sure.
that you'd seen some go into my face, and it was the strangest thing. It was the strangest thing to see. Shocking.
Strange sounds too. I listened to those like weird vocals that we heard, like kind of when we first started going into the woods there at night. Those were pretty clear and very strange.
Yep. Yeah, I picked up some screams that I didn't even know that happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yep. And they sound like I know this is going to be crazy. I was watching Animal Planet, and they sound like a gorilla
Oh, I heard one.
starting a hunting party.
Yeah, I captured something like that in audio, and you were talking about the screams that you heard, or like they were like laughing. You said you heard like the laughing. I captured
Mhm.
that too. I captured that. Sounded creepy and eerie as heck, but I did pick that up. It was really
Yeah.
interesting. Hello, Ramona.
Hey, speaking of Ramona,
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you all for being here. Sorry we jumped right into it. But man, telling y'all, if this is what summer has to offer, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Because we definitely, if it's going to go from what we caught, if it's going to go from a portal, we're going to see something. We're going to see something up close.
I'm curious to see what happens if we go back again. You know, Ramona, there was
yeah.
a message I told you about that I heard your name come out of the necrometer, and I got to listen to it, and it said Ramona, a friend. That's the message that came through the necrometer. So I'm not sure if that was somebody else communicating that that knows you, or if it was somebody just affirming that you're our friend. But it was very interesting.
Steve
Oh.
says, "Hey Trapper, what you got to say about this?"
I wish I was there.
Yeah, me too.
I wish I could experience this for myself, because I think it's one of those things that you have to experience for yourself to actually to know what's going on. I mean, it's just pretty much like everything we do out there. You know, you got to experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I was there.
I wish everybody was there to see it. I'm telling you, man, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. It was crazy that how fast everything drained. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I felt, to me it feels like that was the most draining episode we've had of our electronics.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yep,
mean,
the
like,
pheromones were great.
oh man. As soon as we started the night, I had my light, both of my lights, my headlamp and my good light, all were fully charged. My headlamp was dead within like 20 minutes. And then my flashlight just barely made it out, and we turned back and went early because of that, because we seen how everything was draining. Didn't even get much time out of it. That's how fast it was draining. And I was actually starting to get worried, because I was like, this is so unexpected and such a big drain, and all of our lights were going. And we had only made it, I'd say, 10% through the whole area that we originally were going to go. We had a whole mapping, where we were going to go. We didn't even get but like 10% to it. And then everything, just like these lights and these orbs and that portal, everything happened within such a short distance. And that's when I started feeling like something's trying to get us to leave, or it wants us to just stay there.
And I wasn't spending the night. Not with that going on.
Yeah, Ramona. Yeah, and like Ramona said, she promised that it was going to be a surprise. Very interesting. Yeah, and when I heard the message with your name too, I was like, automatically I knew. The connection was known.
Yes, there's quartz around there in caves and water blowing and
yeah, the Cuyahoga National Forest is known for their caves and quartz and
yeah, and we started, we started the day. I mean, we got there early. We were there for quite a long time, but mostly, hiking areas, posting pheromones and, doing some things here. And, and we were like, okay, then we mapped out at the area where we were going to go. As soon as dark hit, we grabbed our gear, checked our gear. I mean, I had 2 power packs with me. One power pack could charge my cell phone 5 times, you know? So, I mean, and that was the first one to go. And then my other one that was in my pocket, it didn't have nothing left. So I didn't even get a chance to use it. It got drained.
Wow.
We spent probably 3 to 4 hours in the daytime.
Yeah. And then we left and had some lunch. We made some cold burnt hot dogs on a grill and under a stick
That sounds good.
Yeah.
fire.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then went back to chaos, it seemed like.
Yep. Which I'm glad that we stopped and we ate something, made a little fire. And because I'm telling you what, I think that how much when I felt leaving, I felt drained. I just felt like bleh.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
So,
I felt strange the next day too. Not that
so did
was
I.
yeah. I worked on Sunday and I just was like, I just did not have a good Sunday. I just did not feel very good.
Right. I'm just starting for the last since I got home, I'm just starting to feel like all right. Serenity for the soul. Thank you. Glad everybody could be here tonight. Yeah, definitely pulled our energy, that's for sure. Strange.
Godzilla asked about the orbs are different from ones they've seen while in haunted locations, size and shape and motion. I mean, it was such a wide variety.
Yeah.
From those like they look like the dancing rods to like just these flashes, and then to that one that looks like a cloudy kind of orb that was floating behind me. So it was
Kind of like a light gray cotton ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was like a combination of a lot of different kinds of energy that kept, and it really seemed like it was around me. Cameraman captured some coming out of me, which, you know, that's what led up to me doing the cleansing because I was starting to get a little bit concerned, but they kept staying out of my sight. I really wasn't seeing them. I was just hearing Jack, you know, call out all these different things flying around me and out of me. And I'm just like, what the heck?
And it wasn't, I was stopping the film and showing him, like, so it wasn't just me telling him that this was happening. I was stopping the film, rewinding it and showing him, like, dude, look at this. This is what just flew around you. And I've never done that before. I would have just stayed continuing if you know, I'd have just been like, ooh, God, yeah, bait. Let's not tell him. Let's just see what happens. But, man, I was in shock. I was like, man, I don't know if these things are just coming to get him or what.
The portal's amazing, though, if that's what it is. Whatever that was captured on there, that, man, I can't wait. Everybody's got to see that. That was something.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait till we all get back there. This one's going to be for the record books.
Yeah.
Like it topped the last one with the screams. It topped that one.
The screams, and we had the rock thrown.
Yeah.
You captured that rock throw pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so different. The activity was so intense and like just so different.
And you'll all be able to see it. I just can't. I'm going to set a date for it. I'm going to tell you all the time that this video drops. I can't tell you if they'll take it down or not because they're good at doing that or cutting footage or they're good at doing that. But I'll let you know when it drops. You'll all get to see it. Oh, yeah, we're definitely all going to go together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some interesting things during the daytime, too, that I picked up. I got an EVP that I picked up. Pretty interesting sounding one, some interesting messages. And then I captured something shining in the daytime. When I was like in one area I walked back into and I was checking it out, and I was hearing some strange sounds, like some weird knocking sounds, and I kept hearing these light knocks, light taps. And in that same area, there was something that kept, it was like a gold shiny light. Could see it real clear with the eye. The camera, the shininess wasn't as much, but I kept looking at it to see if I could tell what it was, but I couldn't. I don't know what it was. It was really strange looking. But it was some interesting things, even in the daytime.
Yeah.
How's
Yeah,
the
I
stickers?
picked up some weird drawings. I didn't think nothing of it because we were split apart, but I found some weird drawings, and I found this drawing of a like alien creature
Where'd you see these drawings at?
carved in a tree.
That was over by where we found those chimes hanging up in the one tree, right?
No, that
right?
was the
No.
one markings that looked like I don't know what, the marking was, it looked like a M, and put a line down, line over, up, and then another line kind of looked like a lightning bolt. That was one, but the one that I found was up over. I think you were down. You were down to my left. So I think that's when you found like that shiny thing that you were talking about.
Yeah, you went up into the pines area, like where all the pine trees were when I was down there.
Yep.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I did a short showing those chimes that were in the tree.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, and my thought was most likely somebody probably put those there when it was a younger tree,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah, you
grew
can
up
definitely tell.
because that was probably 20 foot above. That tree was probably about 20 feet at least high.
Yeah.
And there's no way to even, like I showed Jack, I even tried to pull the tree, like to see if somebody could actually pull it down to you to put it up in it. And then
Dad,
let
you
it
got an
back.
echo.
Yeah, I don't.
There you go.
Okay. So there's no way that somebody put those up in the tree by like pulling the tree down and tying it on it, because it was still a younger tree. It's not very big, so I tested that, and that couldn't have got it that up there that way. And it doesn't look like they were thrown up there. They were like hung up there so they would hang and chime down. So it looks like somebody put that in there when it was a young tree and it just grew up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you tried bending it towards me.
Yeah,
and
that
you
was
weren't doing that.
impossible. Yeah, it was impossible. The tree was too strong.
But yeah, I got this drawing. It looks like a alien. I don't know what to make of it, but some of the strange things. I don't know if we were meant to see this stuff, If you kind of put it together, it's kind of like it was showing us things during the day. Don't tell me why he split off and went by himself, why I split off. I mean, yeah, we usually do that. I don't know. Had it all together, I guess.
Yeah, Ramona asked how you're feeling, Trapper. She felt something about your back.
Oh, I feel fine. I had back pain about a week ago. The reason, guys, that you haven't seen my videos out or anything in the last few weeks, I've been feeling fine. Work has just bombarded me. It's just crazy.
That time of year.
Yeah, it's that time of year. It really is. Matter of fact, I just coming home today, I got 3 more phone calls to go out. And I'm starting to schedule things. So this weekend I'm clear. I actually kept my schedule cleared this weekend. I do plan on getting out this weekend, getting some videos out and stuff like that. But I do apologize to everyone. I haven't had videos out. I haven't been going out with you guys. Haven't been making that. It's just it's work, 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 work. I mean, almost 7 days a week right now. You know, at least till, you know, my son gets home from school, which is another couple of weeks, he can help me out. So
Is this start a busy time of year for you now?
extremely,
When it picks up? Yeah.
yeah, extremely busy. Then I'll calm down again in June. Probably June or July, it'll start dying out again. But some weird stuff, you know, I'm getting weird calls, to be honest with you. Weird stuff. So
Hey, busy's good.
yeah.
Real life first.
I'm sorry.
I said real life first. Take care of home life first.
Right. Yeah. You know,
Most important thing.
gotta pay the bills.
Silver Fox said, "What's your take on certain governments creating cryptids for nefarious or military reasons?" The only
Russia.
thing that I've really looked or heard about was Helltown. You know, they talked about the underground. They felt, you know, like that government, like a laboratory is what it looked like, where they found the scratch marks and all that through some of these that look like some kind of secure containment units.
Mhm.
And there's the whole Wendigo scenario that was part of that story, which was supposed to be there. So, I mean, it seemed like there was something going on there with the government, but, you know, I'm not really
You
sure.
never heard about Russia and Germany making gorillas and humans, mating them?
I mean,
Like a super army?
just other than like a little bit of like this or that, but I've never looked into it enough to really say I know much about it. I've heard about it.
This is one of my takes here is just getting out some of the high-tech stuff that we've been testing, you know, almost like what you would see is like predator type stuff, camouflage. They're absolutely working on and testing, maybe already have in use. The same thing with aircraft. They're doing a whole lot for stealth, for killing radio signals and everything like that, even what I'd say is draining power. And as far as what you guys were talking about a little bit there, the Soviets and the Germans did it even before them, Nazis. They did all kinds of different weird, unnatural experiments. And the Nazis in particular got into stuff that would be up MT's alley. They delved in deep into the occult supernatural. They were looking for any avenue and any advantage that they could get. And so these types of experiments have happened. All those scientists from Germany, all the best ones got sent over here. I'm sure some of those experiments transferred.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, if the Germans or Russian were making that kind of an army, United States was making something to counteract that.
Right.
Yeah.
So if one of those things even got loose.
Kind of like the bionic suit thing. I've seen some prototypes of almost like a skeleton type thing that goes on that gives you a heck of a lot more strength. I've seen that army in particular was actually, I don't know where they went to or what they're doing with them, but I actually got to see prototypes that were being tested.
Yeah. I just got to tell y'all, there's something out there.
Well,
There's something out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What I'd say is there's stuff out there, whether the government knows or doesn't know. Government just never tells us the truth, period. So it's hard to tell what they do and don't know. But yeah, there's absolutely things out there that are unexplained.
Absolutely. And like we were talking to a ranger, and we both, you know, MT kind of told him the same thing. He's like, well, I've been sitting out here in these forests for 20 years and haven't seen a thing. Well, there's one thing about that. You're not out there looking for it.
Yeah.
You know, you go out looking, you're going to find it.
Yep.
Well, some of it too is whether, you know, you see stuff and you brush it off as something else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, then, you know, you see something, you know, 7 foot, 8 foot tall, and you say, well, it was a weird looking bear. I don't know. I mean, then you've made an excuse for everything. So
Right.
Yeah, that's like when he was talking about that, I was like, yeah, because I was, he was asking about some of the things, because I've known him from before, I've met him before, and he was asking if I, what we captured or how things were going, and I told him, and then he was, like, wow, okay, and then he's like, I've been doing this for like 20 some years, and he's like, never had anything, and I'm like, I told him, like, well, I said, I think the difference is when you're looking for it, when you're engaging, when you do like what we're doing, anybody else who does the same thing, when you're trying to interact and trying to engage, there's things that will engage with you, and that will get stronger and stronger too as you do it more and more. So, if you're not actively trying to look for it, you might see something you don't recognize and blow it off. But to have like crazy encounters, mostly it's usually you're looking.
Right.
Well, my experience with the law enforcement has been a whole lot different. I've gotten them to talk to me about a whole lot of things. Talking to one sheriff sergeant who had just recently retired, he pointed me to a 1972 article where literally the U.S. Air Force came over here to Ashtabula County to investigate a sighting, and it was on his property. And he told me all the stuff that happened with it. And last year, I actually had one of the Metro Parks Rangers said, anytime I'm out, he took me on the patrols with him. And we had large branches thrown at us, rocks thrown at us. We were paced out several times. Everything crazy. It's one of the things that got me involved into trying to get a hold of you guys.
Yeah. I'm glad you got a hold of us. So this weekend, Trapper, you ready to go back?
Yeah.
As
far as I know of, I don't have work yet.
Okay.
But that can change as a blink of an eye.
Rain or snow, I'll have you covered. I got gear for you, man.
It ain't gonna snow.
It sounds like
I think it's supposed to be
Ohio, man. This point, it's still spring to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this weekend for sure. For sure.
Okay.
I like to get out.
I'd like to find those caves.
Which ones? The ones that we did a long time ago?
Yep.
Those?
Yeah.
That was a whole day adventure for you and I. I mean, all day. Oh, then we have to go through the junk. That's why you want to do it. You want to go back to that junkyard that you wouldn't leave. I had to force you to leave. And Mrs. Cameraman would have if I would have let you take all your stuff that you wanted to take, she would have killed me.
You got to see if the junkyard is good.
Yeah.
The homestead.
That was
a long day. That was all day.
That was a fun day, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a tough day. It was a long day, but it was actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
We had a good time doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah. I got a question for everybody. This is totally off subject. I hope you don't mind, Jack. I'm going to ask a question. I want to know, especially, a lot of you guys that are subscribed to my channel, a lot of times I say watch my hiking stuff as well, because people that report this, they're either hikers, fishermen, hunters. They're out there in the woods doing whatever they're doing. They're having fun in the woods. I'm not sure if this is going to happen or not. This isn't a plan. This is only in planning right now, because this is a lot of planning. And it's going to take a lot of planning for me to do. My son and I, we are thinking about doing a 77-mile backpacking trip on the Foothills Trail, which goes from South Carolina to North Carolina. We're talking about doing that in June. But again, I am not sure if that's going to happen because it takes a lot of planning. A lot of planning. We want to do it in 4 to 5 days. That's 17 to 18 miles a day. And I would video the whole entire thing. It would be a video. So I'm asking, my question is, would everybody watch that? Would that be somebody interested in? Because if we're hiking it, it's through the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah, it's near the Appalachian Trail. It's not on the Appalachian Trail. The Appalachian Trail is quite a ways from there, but it's near there, if that's anybody says. But everybody knows the Appalachian Mountains in that area is wicked for this kind of stuff.
Yep.
So I'm kind of asking, would everybody watch my hike if I did that? Again, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. It's a lot of planning. Even planning to get, how to get down there. Well, of course I know how to get down there, but
you gotta, before you ask, you gotta throw the invite.
Well, you guys want to go? I think it'll be an awesome trip. Honestly,
I don't want to watch the action. I want to be part of the action.
Honestly, I
asked
that
one I'd watch.
I've been asking around. I asked. I even asked Mrs. Trapper. She wants to tag along. She said no.
She said no. She was like, no.
No, she goes, not 77 miles, But no, I mean, if you guys want to go, it's an open, if the 4 of you guys want to tag along and do this thing with us, that'd be awesome.
Can you imagine all of us out there hiking 77 miles, a 4 or 5 day trip, night, day? That we are a magnet when we are all together.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh.
I mean, and that's
a good video.
That's a hotbed for all that stuff, And literally, I'm going to be showing the hiking part. I want you guys to watch my video in case you guys see something off trail, because I'm going to be hiking. I'm telling you, doing 18 miles a day, I'm not going to be paying attention if Sasquatch is like 5 feet away from me. To be honest with you,
well, you can't.
I will be.
Not doing 18 miles.
Jack, you'll be miles behind at their pace. They're going to go.
I'll strap the meat vest to you. You hike as fast as you can, and I'll try to keep up.
He'll just watch all this stuff happen around you, like me the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and if something, we will camp every night, and if something wakes me up or something weird in the woods is going on around me, I will wake up. Of course, if there's other hikers out there, you got to be careful with that. Waking them up. But, I will try to do stuff at night too.
Yeah, I still say the most dangerous thing out in the woods are other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if the 4 of you guys want to tag along, that'd be awesome.
I had to do all those long ruck marches and then set up my camp and dig a hole to go to the bathroom. Those days are gone. I did that already.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel your pain.
Yeah, as I say, MT, you probably even did more than me.
So Jack, I guess that's up to you now. Are you gonna go?
Oh, I'd love to go.
Same.
Oh, MT even says same.
Yeah.
Hey man, you hike? I'll film. I'll make things happen around you.
He just
film, boy.
He just needs somebody who's gonna stay back and get lost with him as you guys keep hiking.
I got GPS. I'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do one of those like body to body slings where we're all tethered together.
Pulling me. Now, come on, guys, stop. There was a tree knocked back there. Body to body swing. You're not getting off course.
Yeah.
Make this 5 day of a 10 day, 6 day.
I want to do it in 4 days or 5. The max is 5.
Bring MRE so you won't have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God help you when you do.
That's something you worry about on day 5.
Exactly. Yeah.
Adult diapers.
Again, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to work out or not. I'm hoping it does. But I'm hoping it does, but I can't guarantee you it's going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah. I'll definitely be getting some camping trips in.
I'm only in the process right now of mapping the trail out. That's what I'm in the process now. You know, it might get to be too much. You know, I mean, because we have to do it in June.
Yeah.
Because I feel July and August would be too hot down south, you know, South Carolina, North Carolina. And then
it's hot in there in June.
Exactly. It's hot there in June, but
and a lot of rain.
But yeah, I'm kind of be hoping for the rain for the water holes and stuff. But
yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, it's just in the planning process. If June gets here and I'm not out there, then I'm not doing it this year. It could be fall. I mean, we talked about doing a fall one, but he's in college during the fall. So, but we could do a fall one maybe.
Yeah. Doing good. Thank you. Yeah. Only thing I ask Mike is this video. Don't drop it yet. If you can hold on to it.
Yeah, I haven't
even go over some of our stuff. We'll plan to drop it soon. Might want to give you some footage to mash up with yours, vice versa, so they can kind of see how it all broke down.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because I'm telling you, man, this portal thing or whatever it was, I don't know what it was. I mean, I'm calling it a portal because that's the only thing that I can think of where it was. Like I said, the moon wasn't around. It was, I mean, it was dark.
Yeah, it was easily noticeable. I mean, that was a great capture. That whatever it was in the thermal was solid heat, bright black in the black heat, and it just expands open from a small ball, expands open, and then contracts and expands. What, at least once more?
Like it did that like twice before it died, and it was so hot. I'm telling you, it's you've seen a clip of it. It maxed out. It wouldn't even read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I watched it a couple times and then I picked up on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not even reading a temperature. It's maxed.
Yeah, so and there's no way. I mean, something like that, MT would have felt the heat from it. It was above him. If there was heat radiant like that, yeah, it would have boiled water. It would have boiled him.
Yeah, it's like being on the sun.
Was it in front of you or above you?
It was above him. It was in front of me, above him. And did you go over that footage, MT? Was your camera pointed just at you or above you at all?
It was back probably 5-8 feet away from me where I was standing. So it pretty much had the ground and just slightly above my head was all was in the frame.
Did you see any change above you during that time on your film?
I'm still looking at it. I'm not quite sure because I just recently got to that today, so I didn't get to spend much time looking into it. But I'm gonna, I spent my first few days this week working, so I haven't had much time to review it. So over the next few days, I'm gonna be all over it.
I'm wondering because if you didn't feel the heat, I didn't feel the heat. Something like that, we would have both felt the heat. Maybe it just couldn't read it. I don't know.
Unless the heat was, I don't know. Let's say
inside?
Yeah, sucking everything in.
Let's say there was something to it where it can't break through, or it can't. You talk about multidimensional things. Maybe that's something to that. Maybe the feeling around it, the heat. If it was reading a high temperature, maybe the only way to actually feel that would be to actually be right in the spot. It didn't radiate. It's like a vacuum.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't cold.
You explained it pretty
hot.
well. You explained it pretty well when my camera captured everything you were saying about it. I'm gonna be
sorry about that.
No, that's all right. That was actual like crazy. You know, that was the reaction. I didn't see it. You know, if I had seen it, I probably would have been doing the same thing. I probably would have been beeping my own. You know, vulgar.
Mona says it wasn't able to connect to you both. I think his camera fell.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Ramona, if you can get anything on that, ask. I never seen nothing like it before. That's never happened.
No. We've seen some weird light kind of things that we looked at and we were like, huh, what is that? Could that have been a portal? You know, but this was a heat signature that expanded from a circle, expanded a couple times. This was different. This was something really intense.
My finger, I pointed it. You could see my finger on the thermal. I point right to it, like, look at this, and then it just opens up. Definitely a strange night, especially with that light that shot past you. I slow that down, and it looks like it pops and then shoots out both ways, like towards me and towards you, just for an instant second.
You got to send us that.
That's when I was stopping a lot. I was like, oh my God, Mike, you got to see this. Stop the video and come back on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I've got a lot of my video of watching that video when I was filming.
Mm-hmm. That was strange in itself. I never seen a light like that.
Yeah, I don't. Did you show them that that weird little like cloudy orb that was around me?
No, I didn't show.
Man, you got to see that. That thing is crazy looking. I mean, it literally is just like sitting there right behind me, and it's just like it's like moving, and then it like moves in a little closer, and then it just goes right around me and zooms down the trail, and it looks like some kind of like ectoplasmic in its construction, like it's cloudy, and it's just like it's like a cloudy orb, but there's something to it, man. It was pretty wicked looking.
Yeah, and it went down the trail, and I started chasing it. I mean, and it was quick. It kind of, it was moving, and I got to a point to where when I seen a black mass go into the tree, I stopped instantly. And I was like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there was a black mass that walked into this tree, and it cut right across the trail. Like, I don't know if that, whatever was behind him, MT trying to like touch him or do whatever. I don't know if it was that shot off and then like kind of manifested itself and walked into the tree.
Did you get a look at the one that you captured on the embankment to our one side? Remember, it looked like did it go up or ran to the left? When another looked like a shadow person you saw on the hill.
Yeah, I got that, but this is weird when I say this. You could see that, but there's also a ball of light.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It like you could see the shadow, but then it like balls of light, and like the shadow turns into a ball of light and dissipates.
Yep. Very interesting night.
Yeah. Oh, Sharon. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you all for getting your stickers too. We're still making them. We got another order, some more orders that came in that we're getting out. I believe Sally Joe got hers. Thank you, Sally Joe. And I hope everyone's receiving them by their mail now. But this next batch will be out tomorrow. So we're still making them. Y'all want some. Really appreciate y'all. Camping fund. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that night, except I want you all to see it.
Same. I got to get through it and find all the evidence I can in it, put it together, and then I'll have more to share.
This too, Mike, go over it one section at a time and look at everything.
Yeah. Because
I'm seeing stuff like I'll play it, catch something, I'll write it down, and then what got me going, it was all like, what was that? And I'll go back and rewatch it and I'll see something different, like something standing there. I'm going to post that weird alien thing I seen in a tree. Y'all tell me what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe Ramona, you'll know what it is. Josh, thank you. Like it looks alien. I don't know. I forgot to show you with all the stuff going on, MT.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think I heard of that one yet. Remember that,
Jody? This is on something different. This is on. We're running this to YouTube, so you won't have your little thing there. This is on StreamYard. We're streaming from StreamYard to YouTube channel.
Yeah.
There was something I captured on the hill. It was like this really dark section, and it wasn't like the shadow of a log or a piece of a log. I don't know what it was. I saw it because it really was dark, and it was just sitting there. And I started zooming in. Then I started getting closer and zooming in closer on it. And I don't know what the heck I was looking at, but you could see it. You could almost see texture to it. Like it looked like there was a face on it. It was creepy, man. It was really creepy. And after a while, I was checking it out. Then I left it alone. I wasn't going to get closer because it was. You have to show.
I was hoping that you wouldn't bring that up.
Yeah, I'll have to show you.
Because that's the thing that came out of your foot.
Yeah.
It looked like a blob. No, I'm serious, man. Yeah. I am straight serious. I had MT on thermal, and he was in front of me, and this blob-like thing jumped out of his foot. I actually thought he stepped in a puddle.
Oh, geez.
I'm
serious.
You
got to see why I was trying to not freak out because every so often Jack's seeing all these things like with the thermal and watching me, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, I'm not seeing any of it. Stuff is zooming by me. It's dodging me. It's going around me. Stuff's coming out of me. And I'm just like, that's when I'm like, I'm getting in the water.
Yeah. And it's not like I'm just telling him this. I'm showing him on video. I'm showing him actual video of it.
Wow.
Yeah. I think what you were seeing over by that hill was that thing that came out your foot or your leg or whatever and blocked out on the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it again once I get to it on the video.
I'm glad Mike was the guinea pig this time. It's usually me.
Yeah, you want to see Jack freaking out, watch my video.
I never seen nothing like this. Nothing like this ever happened in my life. And I've seen some strange things. Honest to God, I've seen some strange things that I've went, wow. But this takes the cake. This absolutely takes the cake.
As soon as that portal opened up, as soon as you saw it on your thermal, that was like you opened up a can of F-bombs like everywhere. It was. I was watching the video back, and I'm laughing my butt off listening to like going over telling me everything about the portal and all that. I was like, I was like,
Goodness,
man, I'm like, I want to see this. I'm like, I got to see this.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That was just natural reaction.
Oh, I know. That's the same with me.
Yeah. I mean, I was dumbfounded. I was shocked. I was like, what the? I mean, honestly, in my head, I was thinking, I actually told him to turn off the camera and we had to meet for a second. Because I honestly, I was like, I never did that before either. But I did. MT, I said, MT, turn off the camera. And we had like a little chat because I was like, what is going on, man?
Yeah, early on, I sat down for a minute. I was like, getting hype. So I'm like, all right, time to calm down. Sat down, made another offering, calmed down a little bit.
Thank you, Goodens. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, my old man pipe, Sharon, I had to throw it away. It wasn't that great a quality, so it ended up breaking.
Hey,
I got the shorty now.
can't knock on my door. Yeah, but I'm glad that we went and got these experiences. When we see it on video, if this is what is planned for us, we got a good summer coming, and I think everyone's going to be really shocked when they see this video.
Figures the one weekend we're busy, huh, Trapper?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know that feeling. Just like that night with the red jelly man at Claim 3. I couldn't be there that night, and I was just like, man. I'm like, that would have been something.
Yeah. I just pray it happens when Trapper's out there.
I'm just one of those people. I got to see it for myself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't want it any other way.
You know that. I mean, I'm literally that way. I mean, look, the last time we were out there, I heard those howls. I mean, those were perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect howls. And that's the first time I heard it like that.
Ramona, thank you.
Thank you, Ramona.
I mean, we've heard howls and screams before, way off in the distance, but never that close. Ever.
Yeah.
Now, Jack, you and I have gotten them mad. I mean, and they're it seemed like 20 feet away from us, yelling, screaming. But something settled like that, settled down, not screaming, yelling at us. Thought we were going to die that night. And those howls, I didn't feel scared or nothing. But the night, when you and I got, I don't know if you want to call it trap, but we hunkered down because you could actually feel its breath screaming at you.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Grimmer, thank you. Yeah. That was a scary night.
That was a scary night.
And that's hard for people to believe until, they weren't with us. These guys weren't with us, but I tell you, it was scary.
Yeah, that was a scary night. But I mean, just those howls the other night, when last time we were out there, they were calm. I didn't feel nervous, scared around that at all. But I was just amazed to hear what I heard.
I think that whatever has us all tagged is used to us.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think for the past 2 years, the three of us have been together.
Right.
So it knows us.
Yeah.
It knows our intentions. I mean, and believe it or not, I always go into the forest, touch a tree. I've done it with, we did it when me and just MT were out.
Mm-hmm.
touching the trees. And I know that sounds weird to people, and some people, like, I got a message, you're an idiot. That's okay. I mean, I'm not asking you to touch a tree. I'm touching it for my own reasons, giving it some of my energy, and I'm letting it take my energy, and I'm taking some of it. I ain't asking anybody else to believe it.
Oh, I don't know how you deny everything is electric. Everything has an energy field.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's literally a proven scientific fact. So, the fact that they interact.
Yeah.
So,
trees are like telephone poles.
Yeah. It's not far-fetched. And they everything conducts that energy in a different way.
Yep. Yeah, when all that activity was going on, I was feeling drained. I touched a tree and got some energy from it. Lisa, thank you, thank you, thank you. Victoria, thank you. Thank you so much. And I definitely needed the energy, because, when me and MT stopped to get something to drink afterwards, I was actually feeling pretty bad. Like, I was really had the shakes.
Yeah, I was like thirsty, like strangely dehydrated. Like the rest of that night, the next day, like all day on Sunday, all day on Sunday, I was like constantly. I just kept drinking more and more water and some Gatorade, and it was like it seemed to last like all the next day. I said Sunday was a rough Sunday for me. I wasn't feeling that great, and I felt really dehydrated. I was working, and I just noticed it. I was just like slow motion, like lagging.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Like, just and it didn't matter how full of liquid I was, I still wanted more. Like,
that was strange. That was one of the things with me too. Like, when we left there, I stopped and I got like one of those hydrating drinks, like the Gatorade, but like the heavy electrolyte ones that you can get. And I chugged that down, and when I got home, I drank a ton. I drank a lot of fluids, and the next day and that all day Sunday, I literally felt like I was just super dehydrated still.
Yeah. And I think it all just stemmed to getting zapped. Like, it drained us. Like, it wanted more energy.
Yeah, I think it's just like a byproduct of it being around us.
Yeah.
Because it was around me. Watching all of it on your video, I seen how it was dodging me and going around me and apparently coming out of me. So it was like, I knew it was just going to be some effects from it.
Yeah. Now, you said that you seen him going into me.
Yeah, there was that one light. The first one I noticed that was around you was that one light that looked like it went straight down in front of you from your hat. I'm trying to think of which other times, because there was more. Your name got mentioned a couple times as well through messages on the necrometer. So yeah. I think whatever was around me, dodging me, I think was trying to show itself to you, wanted you to see it.
Yeah, because your light was the first thing to go. It was at 99%, and then you were like, it dimmed, and you were like, man, like, my light is drained. I looked at it, and it was at 0%.
Oh, geez.
Manner within just a couple minutes.
Yeah, you could see the reed right on the back of his head with his lights at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the strangest battery drains that I've experienced anyways.
Yeah. And a battery pack that I was using that would charge, a cell phone 5 times from, completely dead to full. And then one that was in the pouch, not even used yet, was totally empty.
Wow. I got the one that was not even in use, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
And I think we knew if we went back, it was going to end up doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
Because I did have, another light in the, in like back where we staged our stuff at. I had another light and I had another power bank, but it was actually kind of late. I mean, by the time we still got back, it was like what, almost 11?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was still like really late, and we both were like, yeah, I think it's probably about time to wrap it up.
Yeah, because even if we got charged up again and went back, it was going to happen again.
That's what it seemed like, because it was such like an insane battery drain that was just, it seemed like it didn't want us to have our lights, or it just was really strong, which is possible. I think that's more likely what it was, especially after the portal. It was just strong energy, and it was just getting stronger using our stuff, and it was doing it fast.
Yeah, and I don't think that it cared about the lights. I don't even think that it cared that it knew that we could see it. It wanted us to see it. It said it wanted us to see it.
Yeah,
it said when we were leaving, it was on plain as day like a voice. Don't go.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Wasn't my voice or his voice. It didn't want us to leave. And we were like getting ready to wrap it up. And I got on and I said, all right, man, we're out of here. Phew. It came on there and said, don't go. Like weirdly.
Yeah, we gotta go back.
Yep. Bring battery packs with you. That's all I'm gonna say. Make sure your lights are fully charged.
Just gonna have to keep the cords with me to connect them to the power banks next time.
Yeah.
Have multiple cords.
Yep, that's a kitty behind me. He's in the window. But I won't keep you guys any longer. I'll get those pictures up on the page for y'all to look at. Weirdly, I don't know what kind of thing is it. It's a weird picture of, reminds me of a alien, I guess.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, I got to see this.
Yeah, I'll post it up on the Facebook page. But yeah, you're all down for this weekend.
Yeah, I am.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. We'll kind of repeat the same thing. I want to see, like, if we give it enough time to hang out with us, see our intentions, and then go into the night and see what happens. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to drop a little short tomorrow. Pay attention for that because it's going to give you a little tidbit.
Okay.
And then I'll put those pictures up tonight.
I'll be doing a night hike tonight. I'm going to try to get it loaded on tonight too. Might be a little late at night, but
be safe.
Yeah, be safe out there.
Yeah, the last one right when I opened the car door, I had a bear right by me. Started breaking. It was a frustrating thing. The camera didn't catch it, but I could see it, and I could see clearly it was a pretty big black bear. And that's the one I almost stepped on the duck. Scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
And then one of my other ones, I caught 2 bobcats. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just please be careful out there. You don't want these black bears that have baby cubs with them because, oh boy.
That's what I was wondering if that's, yeah. I mean, it was literally like I got out of the car and I had branches breaking before I could even get the camera on.
Yeah. You got bear spray with you?
No, I have a 10 millimeter and a 10 millimeter
bear spray for you.
bear loads.
I'll give it to you when I see you.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody tonight for the donations. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
everyone.
you all.
And really, guys and girls out there, there's something out there. You all know this. And this is really when INMT dropped this video. Nothing is fake. This is all real. And I did use a lot of F-bombs and what the. They're bleeped. So kid friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was pure emotion. And it's the strangest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually.
It was an
scary.
intense night. Yeah, it was intense, man.
Scary.
Wow.
It was intense. Y'all about to see something that I don't know. I don't know what it was. To me, it's just a portal. I guess that's what a portal would look like to me.
Okay.
I think that's the closest thing. It's what it looks like to me.
Yep. If there's such a thing, a portal, a doorway, or I don't know, portal, doorway. Groomer, we need some bear spray.
Yeah.
But the stuff from Montana. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that stuff
Oh,
from
okay.
Montana bear
They
spray.
got grizzly stuff.
Yep. All right, y'all. God bless. Thank you so much for the
Good night.
donation. With
Thank
that
you.
said, I'm Jack the Cameraman.
I'm Trapper.
T-Mac.
Mike, MT Paranormal Life.
I'll get those pictures posted as soon as we jump off here. And
Okay.
you all have a blessed night.
All right. God bless you guys.
Yeah, have
Hey,
a great
thank you
night.
guys for jumping on.
Thank
Good night.
Good night.